Video I'm going to go over the Agrifab 25-gallon tow-behind sprayer. Now I'm going to be doing a series of videos on it actually working. This video I'm going to show you just arrived in the box. I'm going to put it together, kind of give you some tips on it, let you know how long it takes to put together. And I'm just going to talk briefly about why I chose this Agrifab. Now my old one was a Fimco and it usually broke every year. I might be able to use it 2-3 times and something would break on it. Sprayer, the wand, you name it. It started leaking real bad. I wound up letting a friend borrow it and he loved it, and I told him I was thinking about buying a bigger one, and he made me an offer on it and I sold it. Now, that one was a 15-gallon. I think it had like a 6-foot spray on it. But I did a lot of research before I bought this one. Now the main reason I bought this one is because it's low to the ground. Now a lot of those like North Stars and Fimcos that are 25, 40 gallon, they're short and they're tall and they will tip over. I've seen them tip over. People at work have told me don't buy those tall Fimcos because they'll tip over. And looking online, a lot of people complain of that same problem. Now Agrifab is made in the USA. They're a good quality product. I've got their spreaders for fertilizer, the pellet fertilizer, the leaf sweepers, lawn sweepers, and it's all pretty good quality for the money. It's probably not the best you can buy, but it's good quality and it's affordable. Now, another reason I purchased this one is the spray booms are adjustable. A lot of the other ones, I like that the spray booms fold in, but they're not adjustable and they're very high. So if you have a slight wind, it's going to carry your, let's say you're spraying down a weed killer. It's going to carry that and could land on some arborvitae, some evergreens, and that will definitely kill them if it lands on those. So I wanted a spray bar that's low to the ground and adjustable. Not that I'm going to spray on windy days, but just a little bit of slight wind, it's not going to hurt this one. It's got large tires. I like the way the hitch is set up on it. And like I said, main thing, it's low to the ground. I have a couple of hills that it could easily tip over if I had a tall one. And that's probably the main reasons I wound up purchasing this one. A little more expensive than like a comparison, like a Fimco that's a 30-gallon would be maybe $70 cheaper than this one. But I think this is going to last me a long time. My other Agrifab products are good products that last a long time. Really nothing to complain about on the Agrifab products. So hopefully this lives up to my expectation. But when you do get the box, I bought this off Amazon. Friday. Today is Tuesday, so it came pretty quick. The box is 40 inches long, 20 inches wide, fairly heavy. I don't know the weight, but I'm guessing it's around 70 pounds. So you can kind of, manhandle it into your home by yourself. I'm going to start putting it together, and then I'll go over a couple tips and tricks on putting it together. And then, like I said, I'll do a series of videos, and you guys can see how it sprays, see if you like it. Hopefully these videos will help you decide whether or not this is the right sprayer for you. So I'm going to bust it open and start putting it together. So I got it out of the box, all the parts laid out over here on the table. And the first thing you're going to do is install the wheels and the axle. Now the bolts are already in the frame. You're just going to put this U-bracket on and the 2 nuts. Now I found it easiest to turn it upside down, lay the axle on top of here, then put these U-shackles on, whatever you want to call them, and then put your nuts on. But you barely have any room to get these nuts on here. This little kind of U-axle clamp piece, the radius isn't quite right. I don't have it tightened down all the way because it's already bending, but it was a little bit of a trick getting this on here. But the wheels are first. You got a couple spacers here. There's a plastic spacer, metal, washer, cotter pin here on the outside. Now the next thing gonna be assembled is the actual hitch. And when I opened up and took it out of the box, first thing I thought was I'm missing all the hardware. Well, the hardware is all actually in here in a package. It's actually two packages. There's instruction manual, the hardware, and so I dug all that out. Everything seems to be here, except this arrived broken. It's kind of like a two-way valve, plastic valve. It goes right on top of the unit, which who knows, FedEx may have dropped it or someone at Amazon. But I can run to the local hardware store and get a brass one of these, which is probably better anyway. But I'm going to send to Amazon the pictures to get a replacement just so I have it. But I probably will just go get a brass one just in case. So I'm going to be doing the hitch next. See what troubles I run into. I'll let you know. And we'll go from there. So after you have the wheels all together, the hitch is the next thing they want you to install. So as you can see, this is what the hitch looks like. You just got two bolts here, two here. You got two kind of sandwiching together, and then you have two sandwiching this kind of double hitch together. Now, one thing I want to bring up to you guys, I am using blue Loctite on every single nut and bolt on this. I've had enough lawn equipment in the past to know that put a little blue Loctite on and bolts don't vibrate off and lose them in your yard. So I'm going to go on to the next thing, which I believe is the spray bar, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so after you guys get the hitch on, then the spray bar is the next thing to put on, and it goes on super simple. Spray bar gets put on in less than 5 minutes. One thing I guess I'm disappointed right now, but these right here are plastic. So I'm not sure if maybe they made it that way so that if you hit a tree, it will flex out of the way. But I think those are going to break someday. So I can't tell you if this is a pro or con yet, but I can tell you that this is plastic, and it just kind of threw me by surprise. Let me spin this around. Hopefully it don't fall off the table. You guys can kind of see a little better what that looks like. So you can see that big long slot, and that's where you can adjust the spray bar width, and you can raise and lower it. So like I said, I'm going to keep it as low as possible, but it is adjustable. It's one of the few that's kind of adjustable this way. But spray bar went right on, no problem. And then after that, as you can see right here, this is that brass valve that replaced that broken plastic one. So here's the black broken one that came with. It goes right there, looks like that. Like I said, I took pictures. I'm going to send them to Amazon, and they'll send me a new one in a couple days. But I had a brass one out in the garage, so I just put some blue, it's called Monster tape. It's like Teflon tape, but it's super strong. Put the brass valve in, and of course that's never going to break, so I'll just leave that there, keep this as a backup for whatever. And then once these two here are connected, you have your spray wand on this side. I'll spin it around here for you. So you put these two clips right here and right here. You just screw those in. There's like little brass threaded inserts in here. So you just screw these little clips in, and then you can clip your spray wand in. And then you just hook your wand up to this fitting right here, and the wand is done. And then the last step is, I'll show you this over here, to connect your positive, negative battery cables, which is right here. And I'm kind of surprised at how long it is. I'm glad it's nice and long. I would say it's probably close to 10 feet long. Well, you just clamp these onto the battery posts of your lawnmower, and then it does come with a fairly decent switch. Nothing fancy, but fairly decent. Like I said, Agrifab makes good products for the money. Now, you can probably buy one of these for $800 and it's going to be higher quality. But for, I'm going to say, the normal everyday working man, Agrifab makes good quality products at a reasonable price. So no knock on Agrifab. I just had that one broken bypass valve, which is no big deal. Other than that, everything went together. As far as the instructions go, the instructions are not super clear. You kind of got to read them and then be like, oh, that doesn't seem right. Kind of go back and look at it again. It's kind of just kind of a picture, screw A and nut B, and it's kind of small. It's not super detailed. But total assembly time, I was at 36 minutes from the time I took it out of the box, and that's monkeying around with the camera as well. So all in all, fairly satisfied with it. I haven't used it yet, but I'll do that videos of using it here shortly, within the next couple weeks, and give you my review and opinion on it after that. But other than that, everything is pretty much set to go, and I hope you found this video helpful, and I thank you for watching.